Hello everyone. Welcome. So today we're going to talk about, is being skinny beneficial in ballroom dance competition? So many competitors have told me, oh, Sunny, you look so good when you dance because you're very skinny, or you have a long neck or skinny arms. And that makes your top lines, your head positions, body lines beautiful. Let me just cut to the chase here. Total myth that being skinny makes you a better ballroom dancer. What makes you a better ballroom dancer is being a better ballroom dancer. Okay, guys? I do have extremely low body fat, but I am very muscular. I always have been. So the reality is skinny emphasizes your body lines, okay? Especially in your arms, your waist, your neck, if you compete in the traditional ballroom dances, just because of the way the gowns fit, okay, guys? The legs are generally covered. You might have one slit. I have one smooth gown with a slit going up one leg, but compared to Latin, generally your legs are covered. So what they look like, as long as they're strong, is somewhat irrelevant to the body line, as long as the leg lines are good, okay? But if you have broken arm lines, which frankly most dancers do, whether that's in Latin, whether that's in standard, if you have poor core strength, if you have an inflexible upper spine, it creates ugly body lines. And truth be told, guys, if you're skinny, your ugly body lines are even more obvious and more of an eyesore on the floor. So next time you're at a comp, go ahead and look at a really skinny couple that goes out there and competes in newcomer. And I think regardless of your skill level, you probably have a decent eye for the dancing. You'll see what I'm talking about. Certainly when a couple goes out there and they're slim, there is a high expectation level of fitness, and therefore, oh, they must be committed, they're hardcore dancers. But no, the aesthetically pleasing nature of their dancing has nothing to do with how skinny they are, okay? Also, it's a bit of a myth that all ballroom dancers are skinny. We have low body fat. We are not skinny. There is a difference. We are generally quite muscular for ballroom dancers, especially in their legs. So it's kind of like these long distance speed skaters. They don't have skinny thighs. There's a reason why. You need powerful leg muscles and thighs and a core to be able to sustain that powerful leg action that you need to propel yourself down the floor to get a waltz, say with swing, or fly down the floor in a quickstep. It's very rare you're going to see a ballroom dance competitor with pencil legs, okay? Now, yes, there are times when your body fat especially matters, especially as you get up the ranks. When you get to championship level, certainly an open pro, you're not going to be able to place well if you're not slim. The reason being, everyone out there is going to have decent, if not beautiful, body lines at that point. So you need to further emphasize those body lines by being slim. There's also certainly an athletic element, okay? So once you get the technique down, no one's going to be big and sloppy. Everyone's going to be big and precise. And certainly, if you're carrying around a lot of extra bulk, you're going to be less flexible. So, maybe not built like a bodybuilder out there on the comp floor. And in terms of body fat, if you're carrying around, pretend you have like a 20-pound sack of potatoes and then you dance around in your practice. Are you going to, jog around the track as many times when you're holding that bag of potatoes? Realistically not. Doesn't mean you're not fit, doesn't mean you're not healthy. I am not throwing shade at anyone. I am just giving you an honest presentation of how that body fat or that muscle bulk your physique is going to affect you in competition. And again, unless you're competing at a high level, and certainly if you're competing in prime where you're not competing against professional dancers, many of these people have desk jobs. You can only stay so fit when you have to eat at your desk and sit all day. There is absolutely no expectation of that super skinny vision you might have in your head. I think this is the downside a little bit of ballroom dance in traditional pop culture, where you think of like a black and white movie and, oh, it's always an old white skinny couple. Okay, that's Hollywood decades and decades and decades ago. That's not how the real ballroom dance world works. That's not how the real world has ever been, okay? So I want to assure you, if you go to a comp, I don't care if you're 100 pounds overweight, there's probably going to be someone there bigger than you, and that's okay. It's not about your figure. You're being judged on your dancing. I promise you that, okay? So the ladies, this especially affects you in terms of your body lines, because your body lines are more exaggerated than your partner's, just because a number of body mechanics involved there, okay? Certainly doing stretches at home is going to make that easier for you. There are absolutely, it's a bit of a visual optical illusion that we're all skinny. We have, I'll say, some tricks of the trade, not just like stretching and exercises, but posture-wise, even when we walk around, that is going to make you look more fit than you are. And certainly one of the elements of visual fitness is balance. Okay, doesn't matter if you're 200 pounds overweight. If you're a good dancer, you probably are pretty flexible and balanced, okay? And so you're going to just appear immediately in the mind of someone who doesn't dance. Wow, they're in good shape. You know, there's just an assumption about fitness level underneath that skirt and that dress, okay? Also, you know, people are dressing to maximize and make themselves feel best. So costumes definitely can camouflage certain body parts. So not everyone out there is gonna have, you know, these skinny arms. That's okay. And I'm going to post videos below of some different costuming options that you might see that would provide that optical illusion. I'll also provide a link in the description of some of the postural things we do, even if we're walking around the mall. That's going to make you look more fit when you walk on that floor than some other ways that I'll say normal people that are not in the ballroom dance world carry themselves, okay? So all these, the costume tricks, the poise and balance and coordination, the kind of camouflage we do with floats, all of these things play into this myth that being skinny makes you a gorgeous dancer, okay? So in closing, to summarize, unless you're competing at the higher levels, say pre-champ, championship, and amateur, obviously any pro category, rising star, open pro, that's a different ball game. And if you want to hear more about that, I can talk about it in another video. But the reality is the vast majority of dancers, A, are just social dancers, and B, of competitors, the vast majority are pro-am. And then of all the pro-am competitors and amateur competitors, the vast majority are not at that super elite level. The ballroom dance world is similar to the NBA. You have a small elite section, you know, doing that professionally for money. And then a mass majority of the world that is not 7 feet tall and, you know, all of those physical things. And they still, you know, could be amazing, okay? So I hope that's been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you enjoy other ballroom dance insider stuff, hey, subscribe to my channel. I usually post different kind of inside stuff every day. So I will see you in the morning. Bye.